towing options, call us at Cannons. We've been doing it for 55 years, and customer service is our #1 priority. Visit cannonsofjacks.com.
This is your local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XO. This update brought to you by Vanguard Sports Leagues. Florida men's basketball junior forward Thomas Houck has been named to the Naismith Trophy Men's College Player of the Year late season team. Houck leads the Gators with 17.2 points per game and has accumulated an array of honors throughout this season, including the Wooden Award and the Julius Erving Award midseason watch list, as well as the Sporting News midseason All-American team. Right now, 73 degrees at 10 o'clock. Time and 10 brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Darian
I drink almond milk, vanilla, with chocolate chip cookies, pecan turtle delight cookies, and white macadamia nut cookies. About 6 or 7 cookies every night with almond milk. And then I do not repeat salt.
Rivers lets it flow. It's picked off. The ball is intercepted. The Jags pick it off. That's Darian Jones stepped in front.
Cover zero. I knew the look that we were giving. Josh Downs, great receiver, but he was in the slot. I know he's kind of like the option route runner, so I knew like we sending pressure. They got to come out fast. Phillips can't really throw the ball down the field, so my instincts kind of took over on the play.
You know, and the thing with Jarian is Jarian wears a lot of hats for us on the back end. So there's even positions he's prepared for that he hasn't played in games. We've been able to move him around, and he's really got a good understanding of so many positions in the back end, you know, whether that's corner, dime, nickel, even safety in some certain situations. So
ball picked off. That ball is intercepted. Running it back is Darian Jones inside the 30-yard line. What a play by Darian Jones. He picks it off.
I just try to be there for my guys, home, away, no matter what we're playing at. You know what I'm saying? I really have a lot of fun playing this game, and I try to show it by the way that I play. And I don't want nobody to look at how I play and be like, he's kind of like slacking or nothing like that. I want to always be there for my team. You know what I'm saying? Be accountable for my teammates.
4-man rush. Fires downfield, and that ball's going to be picked off. The Jags intercepted. Darian Jones went up and got it near the 30-yard line of the Jaguars. What a play by Darian.
Darian's preparation has really upticked. Like even at practice yesterday, he was one of the most, guys talking the most on it, saying things before the play, communicating to his teammates. Practice energy is something that I do appreciate as a coach.
Being ready for the moment. I got a lot of familiarity with playing nickel, so that's what I've always done. So just being ready when my name is called and be ready for my team.
1010XL 92.5 FM presents Jaguars Today with your hosts Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, Tom McManus, and RJ Saunders.
All right, got the whole gang here on this Friday. Welcome in, everybody, to Jaguars Today. Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, Tom McManus, RJ Saunders, as delivered and promised. Tommy Mac, good morning to you.
Good morning. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
I'm doing all right.
Yeah, it's obviously a tough week for you. Your mom passed away. I know that's public knowledge. You put it out there, and just wanted to, Tony and I express our condolences,
Thank
RJ,
you.
as well. And, sometimes, as we've talked to you, sometimes it's that time, and you just are happy that they're off to a better place.
Yeah, no doubt. No more suffering. Still sad, but, look, because we'll miss her like we missed all our loved ones, right? And she was a lot of fun to be around. She gave you great wisdom when you needed it. She's a huge football fan. Loved the Jags. Loved that I played for the Jags. Would tell everybody and anybody that her son played for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So she will be missed. I do want to thank everybody out there that sent their condolences via social media and the different platforms and whatnot, just friends texting and all that. And it's really good. She was she's been around here for a long time, so she knew a lot of people, knew a lot of our friends, and was here in Jacksonville for probably 15, 20 years. Prior to that, it was down south in New Smyrna Beach. So she left her impact, not just on me and my family, but others as well. So
Lived a great life.
She did.
Remembered and loved fondly for
No doubt. And reunited with my dad after 30 years. But like I was saying to Tony, there's no time in heaven. So it's like she never left.
Blink.
Yep. Blink.
And she's there.
That's right.
There you go. All right. Well, welcome in, everybody. Yep. It is a Friday as we move towards the NFL Scouting Combine. Tom, what do you make of the brain trust of the Jaguars saying, we don't really get anything there that we can't get through other means? Liam Cohen, James Gladstone not going to be in Indianapolis for the Combine. Do you think that's understandable? You think it's a mistake, or are you unsure about the decision?
No, look, they got to do what they feel is right, and we're going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I know where they're getting it from, obviously, from the Rams and their approach when it comes to the Combine. I for one, I would just want to see I'm going to watch the 40 because I want to see him run, but I really want to see the big guys move in space. Now, you could do that privately. I get that. But in that kind of environment with all the pressure around these young guys, they got to perform well. I mean, some of them are going to be, neck and neck in terms of how they're viewed, and one has a better workout, they're going to get drafted higher compared to the other guy, those types of things. So I don't care about the interviews. You can do that. You got your targets. You're going to bring them in. You can bring them into your facility and interview them. The medical is whatever. They got to do that anywhere. Do it here or do it up there. Doesn't matter to me. But to me, I'd like to see that. Can you get that on tape? Can you do it at your own place? You sure can. And maybe that's enough for you. But I just think with that competitive environment, I'd like to see who really stands out in that kind of scenario. Or
right. Who's the alpha among alphas? Kind of thing.
Yeah. Because you're not going to get that when you bring in, a guy and just work him out, and then you're interviewing him. He's going to tell you what you want to hear, hopefully, because he's, been coached up and whatnot, what to say and that kind of thing. I don't know. Again, I'll trust them because they're doing it, and it's worked for the Rams, I guess. But I'd like to be there. I'd like to be there, watch them move in that kind of environment. I think it's pretty important, especially the big guys, especially the defensive linemen. I mean, you got to be looking at D linemen. And I don't know how many are going to be there, once you pick in the draft, but you need some big athletic guys up front that are young that you can grow with and build, for this year coming up and the future.
I think the one thing we talked about this with Jamal St. Cyr yesterday, he joined us from Channel 4, was awesome, having him in for a couple of hours.
He's great.
But I do wonder, do you miss being in the kind of the Petri dish a little bit with all the GMs? And sometimes
it is a wild experience.
Right. You've been there, Tony. Yeah. You get a line on, you know what? Maybe this guy's going to be available. Like, maybe we just have that private moment where we're like, hey, can we get something done here? And I feel like some deals do get made just because of we've thrown everybody into the same environment together.
You walk into a bar up there in Indianapolis during this week at the Combine, Tommy, and it's the whole league is in the bar just talking, right? Like, that's just the environment that there is up there at the NFL Combine. It doesn't really exist anywhere else like that because it's not front office personnel and head coaches all getting in the same room together all the time. Like, you have the owners' meetings, that kind of thing, but this is really the only time of year where everybody's doing the same thing, and they're all looking at the same ideas, right? They're all trying to evaluate the draft picks that are coming up that year, and they're all trying to put together the pieces of whatever got broken last season, and this is something that we might want to do. Like, a lot of work gets done at the NFL Combine. Yeah. Like, I'm not real upset that the Jags aren't necessarily a part of that. That's just not part of their process, apparently, at this point, is being there for all the talking that may be going on in the bar, but you do lose something by not being there for it.
Yeah, I agree with you because networking face-to-face is fantastic. You never know what can spark of it and what kind of deal. They have to feel very confident with their relationships and who they're going to go to with draft ideas or trade ideas, I should say. Who they're going to go, what team, who they feel comfortable with, who they've done deals with in the past. Maybe they're one away from that, just by making a phone call to McVay or somebody, over in LA, and they're like, oh, yeah, I'll call him for you or whatever the case may be. I agree with you. They're missing out on that. But there's got to be, I don't know. Maybe they're looking at it like, look, we don't have a first-round pick. The Rams didn't have first-round picks. This is the way they did it, and it went well, and this is why it went well. Why don't we duplicate that here and figure it out?
Can we get some prime Aaron Donald going, please?
Yeah,
they also did that.
Right.
We've yet to do that part
of
the equation.
That would be nice.
It would be fantastic. But and as we said, and we've been saying all along, I'm going to question it, but I'm not going to criticize it yet because when you come in and you win 9 more games than the previous regime did in your first year, then you deserve the benefit of the doubt of how you're operating.
You would think maybe Tony would go up there and at least, mingle and
Maybe he will.
Maybe he will, right? Exactly.
Yeah, maybe he will.
So I get it for maybe not wanting to go watch the athletes perform and do all those interviews and all that. I mean, look, the interviews I kind of get, because it's almost like they're prepared for these.
You get a lot of
interviews.
canned stuff.
Yeah, it's like, am I really getting through? Am I really figuring them out in that environment? Or is it my better served bringing them into our environment, work them out a little bit, then sit them down and talk?
You never know. I mean, like you hear stories coming out, last year they said Shedeur Sanders didn't interview well.
Right.
Came off entitled with the Giants. Was it true? I don't know.
Yeah.
But it had an impact on him.
It seemed like it may have had an impact on him, lasting as long as he did. So, anyway, Jags will not be in that environment, but they'll be paying great attention to it, of course. Today's question of the day, free agency is looming. It'll get here before the draft. And as of the early returns, over 100 votes already. We just got on the air. Over 50% of people think, based on these results, that the Jags will find a way to keep either Etienne, Lloyd, or both. Okay, that's the way they're voting right now. The question of the day, simple. Do you think the Jags will retain Devin Lloyd and or Travis Etienne in free agency? You could vote they'll keep Lloyd and lose Etienne. You can keep Etienne and lose Lloyd. Not that this would be the choice, but how do you think it'll end up? They end up keeping both or they end up losing both. Those are your four options in the poll today. We'll discuss what that means and how we feel about that as we go along. RJ Saunders, happy Friday to you.
Happy Friday. What's the haps?
You tell us. What are you bringing to the program today? Ask RJ or say you're going to have good show topics, witty banter, groovy music selection. He said all the above.
All the above.
Anything extra you're adding for this particular Friday?
No, when we have the trio here, the franchise guys here, and I'm the sixth man, the seventh man.
You, Tony, and Tom.
No. You, Tony, and Tom. And I'm
Taylor Dahl, Lauren Brooks, and Tom.
We could talk about that too as well.
Okay.
I'm just the guy on the bench that's clapping my hands. I'm here in garbage time.
I could have used you for about 20 off the bench last night for the good guys.
Because Cade Cunningham kicked your ass
again
last night.
Thank you very much. All right. That's enough NBA talk out of you, RJ Saunders, for this Friday morning. All right, let's get into it. You want to get in and be a part of the discussion today? 641-1010 on the Key Buick GMC phone lines. Same number for the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. You can hit us up on the socials at MD_1010XL, at 1010XL Fat Tony, at Meathead55, and at R has no J. Oh, look at that. Has no J beyond 23 feet, from what he claims. That's right. So what's your range?
Nice.
I thought he was going to tell me like 14 feet, like he's like mid-range guy.
Yeah.
Because he has no J, but he's like, no, 23 feet.
I used to be a good shooter.
I think everybody, you know what the three-point line did? It wrecked everybody's mid-range game. Like when you went to warm up, when you were like when I was in college, they had that 19-9 three-point line, and you go to the gym, and the first thing you did was put your toes 1 inch behind that line, and you start warming up and shooting.
Yeah,
that's what it was. Either take it within 3 feet of the basket or shoot a three.
Yeah,
that was the game.
But when you were younger, you worked on those intermediate and short games.
Yes, when you were younger.
Right?
Absolutely.
If you played organized basketball,
right?
When we were young,
you couldn't shoot it that far for one thing, right? A lot of time. I mean, 20-footer for a little kid can be a hoist.
I meant like even junior high, you had to work that short to mid game.
Sure. I don't think we had
remember
three-pointers in junior high.
I don't remember that. No.
Yeah.
There was a rim. I mean, but they didn't call it different.
The arc? They had the arc. They probably, they might not have counted them in junior high, but
right.
Their three-pointers were around in the NBA from the early 80s.
And you're playing in a driveway a lot.
Yeah.
Like that's where I played a lot of hoops.
Yeah, it's great.
Then you got to learn the idiosyncrasies of the driveway sometimes, right? Like, hey, does this tree limb obstruct your jumper if you're on the left side of the court? Things like that.
When I got cut by the Saints and moved to Chicago, it was the end of summertime. So my brother and his friend would play basketball. So we got into a trio, and the friend was like 6'5", played guard at Marist and could drain from all over the place. But it was awesome playing hoops not all throughout the city, but a couple different parks. And that gets really intense, like really fired up, and a great way to stay in shape. But yeah, basketball's great to
Tom McManus slid a hard foul or two in his rec league days, I guarantee you. All right, let's come back, get into the Jags, including CBS Sports looking at some little under-the-radar free agents, including some players that were on the Jaguars roster this year and maybe a few that they might be interested in. We'll get into that and a lot more coming up today for the next couple of hours. Tom McManus in studio. You're listening to Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey here for big number one Duval Ford. If you're looking for simply the best selection of trucks in Jacksonville, look no further. It's truck time at Duval Ford with Jacksonville's largest lineup of brand new trucks. Massive discounts. That includes over $10,000 off select models. That's right, savings you're not going to get anywhere else. Your next truck is waiting at big number one Duval Ford, so check them out online. DuvalFord.com. You can always swing by 1616 Cassett Avenue today and see that impressive showroom. It's truck time at Duval Ford.
Jaguars Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. 1010XL. Ride home with a Franchi show.
I'm a driver, and I'm a flyer. I waited a long time for a shot like this.
Put some wings on your wheels. Afternoons on 1010XL.
Valentine's Day is sweet, but let's be honest, your septic tank wants attention too. Because when it gets ignored, it doesn't sulk, it causes problems, big ones. That's why DuckDuckRooter, the only master septic contractor in Northeast Florida, is rolling out the Show Your Septic Some Love promotion. Right now, get $50 off septic tank pumping when you book by February 28th. Give your septic a little love now so it doesn't make a big scene later. When you're stuck, call the Duck, 904-862-6769, DuckDuckRooter.com.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Flame Broiler, the Rice Bowl King, is turning up the flavor with new char wings. These wings are charbroiled, never fried, grilled to perfection for a big taste without the grease. Grab them as a 3-piece or 10-piece side, or make it a meal with a 6 or 8-piece combo, served with rice and a drink. Order pickup or delivery today from any of Flame Broiler's 5 Jacksonville locations, or call 904-619-2786. Flame Broiler, bold flavor done right.
The month for love is a perfect time to get your home organized. Hey, this is Lauren Brooks, and I love our closets from Closets by Design. They create custom storage systems designed around how you actually live, from closets and garages to entertainment centers, laundry rooms, and storage for any space and budget. With their brand new showroom now open, they have extended the offer of 40% off plus an extra 15% off, free installation, and 18-month special financing. Schedule your free consultation. Call 904-878-9393 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
Don't miss the Bari Breakdown with Dr. George Bari on XL Primetime Wednesdays around 1:35 for the latest in sports injuries from all the big names in the game. Who's MIA? Who's coming back? Dr. George Bari on XL Primetime Wednesdays at 1:35 on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group, 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
Checkmate. I'm Brendan Cecilia, founder of Checkmate Coatings.
And I'm Chester, company mascot at your service.
There are 2 important steps to installing the perfect garage floor. The 2-stage coating application? Sure. But nothing is more important than preparing the floor. Our team uses diamond grinding machines to grind your floors to a smooth, level finish. Only then can we...
Hold on! You grind garage floors with perfectly lovely diamonds?
No, Chester. We grind floors to perfection using the very best ugly diamonds. Too ugly for jewelry, but perfect for the grinding pads we use to prep the surface.
Perfect preparation and application. Now that's a perfect marriage.
Ugly diamonds?
Check. Perfect preparation?
Check. Smooth, gorgeous gleaming floors that really catch your eye? Checkmate!
Transforming your floors, making them great. Checkmate.
Visit checkmatecoatings.com.
1010XL, presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch. Number 55 in the middle, he's Tom McManus. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Superior products, exceptional service. On 1010XL.
All right, we'll be fighting for the attention of one Anthony Smith this morning as the U.S. ladies curling squad is in action, Tony. Find ourselves trailing.
They're in trouble.
Oh, big trouble. Big trouble right now.
How many rounds do you go? Like
10.
back and forth? 10, you each get 10 tries?
No, you get 8 stones in each end, right? You have
Okay.
10 ends in the game.
Okay, gotcha.
So this is the 9th end. They got one more end, but they're trailing by 2.
Okay. So you got to win by ends.
Tough one. As I told Tom, this lady here was, for the last 4 years, training how to slide that stone on the ice. And then she got in the Olympics, and she jacked up and just sent that thing hurtling down the ice too hard there.
Yeah. You got to know when to hold them.
The nerves may have gotten to her,
Know when to
Tommy.
hold 'em. Yeah.
Tommy.
I get it. All that time.
All that time waiting. Not training. Here we are.
Sweeping.
Sliding, sweeping.
Sweep.
Go for it.
I mean, you're going to have nightmares.
Yeah, I hope they win
Sweeping in
goal.
your
I
nightmares.
hope they come back and overcome this deficit.
That
right
would be
now.
a unbelievable comeback.
It really would. You know?
Historic.
It seems like
I
we're
would
going to be
say.
playing for bronze, though. As a guy who was based in the Midwest for a long time, how do you feel about the Northern Indiana Bears looking more and more likely?
I don't like it,
these
obviously.
days?
I didn't like when Miami moved out of Miami. Like, you should try to stay in your city best you can. It made me think of us. Like, man, we're lucky. That stadium ain't, you know what I mean? We're downtown Jacks, period. I just think that I don't know. It feels better, you know, like the Miami Dolphins, not the Lauderdale Dolphins. You know what I mean? And I get what all the owners want now. They want not just the stadium. They want the stuff around it. You know, they want the, places where people can go drink and eat and spend more money and, all that stuff. So they need all that land. I don't know why they can't figure it out in downtown Chicago. It seems like you could somehow do it. I don't know. I mean, look, the stadium, the way it looks today, looks like a spaceship was just dropped down on top of Soldier Field. I mean, it looks stupid. I mean, it does. I'm sorry. It looks stupid for a while. And it is a pain in the butt to get to the stadium. Like, you got to walk forever to get to that stadium from where you park or where you get off the train or whatever. So, I don't know. It's just a shame. Look, if it goes to Northwest Indiana, I think Taylor Dollar was saying that's where it started. That's where Hallis was before he moved to Chicago. They were the Hammond football group or something like that in Hammond, Indiana. So it'd be wild that
Bears fans are coping right now.
No, I know. I know.
Forgive them. Let's go back to the Hammond, whatever.
The Hammond Bears. It's crazy. It's crazy.
The cope is strong.
I just don't know why you would let that out of your city. That's just such an awesome thing to have.
I mean,
in
I
your
get
city.
the New York Giants, New York Jets do not play their games in New York. Right?
True.
And that we don't, sometimes we mockingly call them the New Jersey Giants or New Jersey Jets, but it's right across the river, and but there's still something about that. Like, I still feel a certain way, with the Chiefs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Moving and what is it? The governor of Missouri wants to take away a bunch of money from them because they get, if you're going to be playing across the way
we're not
in
paying
another
for
state,
that.
we're not paying for any of that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. But it's just funny, after all the years of the Jaguars are going here, they're going there, they're going everywhere, and now all these big. Teams like that would never move. Well, apparently they would, and everyone loved lording it over little old Jacksonville. Well,
you're
for the rest of my life,
Look,
they're
it's
going to be
not
here.
it's not like baseball where every field does kind of have its own dimensions, right? They play around with some of the math, the geometry, right, of their stadiums a little bit. The football field is a football field. Right, like everybody's football field is the same, but there is a personality to some of the stadiums and places in the league, and it feels like a lot of that is going away. And I can understand why everyone wants to be indoor. We don't want to have to deal with the harsh winters if we don't have to, like all these different kind of things. But there is a personality to football being played at that time of year outdoors that is kind of, it's going away in a lot of places. I hope it doesn't completely disappear, and I don't think it will completely disappear. But Chicago,
I agree.
Like, if they do it with Green Bay, too, I would lose my mind.
Oh, no doubt.
If it's not played in Lambeau.
Look, Detroit's done that forever, so whatever. They've been a dome. The Silver Dome's been around right? That was the early days. Minnesota, maybe because the winters are even
They're
much more
brutal.
snow, you know, it's hard to keep the field, whatever. But I agree with you, man. It should be open aired. That's part of the deal with when you play with the Bears. Like, come on, you play in the winter. It's bear weather. You know what I mean?
Is that the noise a bear makes?
That's what Otis Wilson said.
Oh, okay.
This is bear weather.
Then he started barking like a dog.
Yeah.
Interesting. You didn't go with it like a bear roar.
Roar!
To back that up. All right. I figured you'd have an opinion.
Yeah, well,
on
look,
that,
first
so.
of all, let's look. You mentioned Grant Park. It's right there. The beam, whatever they call that thing, it's stupid. I'm sorry.
What is it?
The Chicago beam. It's like people go see it. It's this big reflectable thing. I don't know. They call it the beam. It's like a tourist attraction, and you go take a picture in front of it.
How long has it been there?
I don't know. Maybe a decade, maybe longer.
Okay, because I went to Chicago for 2 NFL drafts.
Yeah.
Right. Covered 2 NFL drafts in Grant Park. I don't remember the bean. Now maybe
The bean. It's not. I think it's next to Grant Park. I don't think it's in Grant. But anyway, to me, there's got to be enough land. Like even Grant Park, you should be able to. Can you just put it like right there? The Prudential Bill. That's where my dad used to work. Put right in the backdrop. That'd be phenomenal. Like, come on. You know, and the thing is, like, you look at Wrigley. I mean, Wrigley's got things all around it. Restaurants, bars, shops. It's great.
Sure.
No parking. Maybe you do that. Maybe you don't have any parking. It's all public transit. I don't know.
Got to figure it out.
Or
not.
not.
Or Indiana will figure it out.
Indiana.
And because it certainly seems like where it's headed at this point.
I just can't. I'm whatever. It's too bad. It's too bad.
Like if they had built a stadium for the Jaguars in St. Johns County, in northern St. Johns County, right? It still feel like the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's the thing. It's the crossing state lines thing to me. Like,
that's a big part of it. Yeah.
You know, like where do
if they had built it in Kingsland, like it would have been a different kind of. It's like
totally.
That's Georgia's team. Like that's the way you would kind of feel about it,
right? You know, I like the Detroit Pistons playing Auburn Hills, right? I mean, it's not. It's like a suburb. It's whatever.
I know.
Fine.
New England, but that's more for New England, not just Boston.
Yeah, New England covers
There's a couple states.
They could
Connecticut
move that thing around.
Right.
Is Connecticut considered part of New England? That's a debate for some people. It is. No, I'm serious.
Well, what is
like
so you got
Maine
Mass,
is
New
part
Hampshire,
of it. Mass,
Maine,
Vermont, Rhode Island, right?
Yeah, Rhode Island.
I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
I've heard some people consider Connecticut part of New England. Others say it's not really part of New England. So it's got more of like depends on what part of the state you're in. It's like
It's a
they
long
consider
state. We
themselves
drove
like
up it.
an extension of New York.
Right.
A little bit.
Yeah. Well, Hartford is pretty close to Massachusetts.
It is.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't
You
know.
got to cut the line somewhere, Dempsey.
I live there. I don't know. I don't know the answer to this.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that. Let's get to break a minute early here, so we don't get chopped off in the middle of something here. CBS Sports put out their list of under the radar NFL free agents, guys that could be players to watch. As you know, not every team, read the Jaguars, has tens of millions of dollars to splash around. Where might you find some bargains? We'll go through their list, see which guys we think, even if we don't know if the Jags have the money, would they be good fits here in Jacksonville? And that includes a couple of guys who are on this roster in 2025. So we'll get to that coming up next. If you'd like to get in, 641-1010 on the Key Buick GMC phone lines. This is Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars
Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
Whether you're undertaking a major home renovation or just a simple repair request, American Electrical is your 5-star Jacksonville-based electrician to get the work done right. Experienced design building department working seamlessly with their electrical contracting department to help you create beautiful lighting spaces and electrical plans that make your house flow. And remember, with American Electrical, it's wired right at a fair price. Call American Electric at 737-7770. Look for that red, white, and blue eagle on the side of their truck, and you'll know it's American Electrical.
Make Capital Glass and Shower Doors your premier choice for top-quality glass solutions. With over 40 years of expertise, their team specializes in commercial and residential projects. From elegant shower doors to modern frameless enclosures, they've got you covered. But that's not all. They also offer glass railing systems, glass wine cabinets, and much more. For unmatched quality and service, choose Capital Glass and Shower Doors. Your vision, their expertise. Visit online at capcoglass.com.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Jacksonville, Nimnick Buick GMC is kicking off tax season with prices that are better than ever. Frank Frangie here. Are you looking for a dealership that actually makes car buying easy? Well, at Nimnick, you'll find unbeatable savings, a huge selection of Buicks and GMCs, plus flexible financing that fits your budget. Whether you're looking for a new SUV, a work-ready truck, or a certified pre-owned, they've got you covered. Backed by trusted service and transparent deals. And the best prices in Jacksonville. NimnickBuickGMC.com or visit the showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
The Players' Championship returns to TPC Sawgrass March 10th through 15th. Experience golf's most iconic stage with enhanced food and beverage offerings, interactive fan attractions, and an atmosphere built for every type of fan. See the best players in the world, including world #1 Scotty Scheffler, 2025 champion Rory McIlroy, and fan favorite Brooks Koepka take on the legendary Stadium Course and the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey ham, melted cheddar and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Gated communities, homeowners association, secure corporate centers. When you need a full-line fence company capable of any size job, you need to think about Duval Fence. They've got the latest and greatest in gate operators and access control systems. Security is huge these days, and you want a gate that operates smoothly, around the clock, every time you hit the button. Count on a company that's been serving Duval and the First Coast for decades. That's Duval Fence. For the latest in gate operators, commercial or residential, check out Duval Fence.
Hey gang, Prosser here. Have you been thinking about selling your home and you haven't pulled the trigger? Let me tell you about Chad and Sandy and the experts that will help you make that decision. Mortgage rates have dropped. They're expected to move lower. Home sales momentum is building, so now's the time to get your home ready to maximize your sales price. It's time to call Chad and Sandy, the proven experts to sell your home. Need to sell now, need to sell fast, need max price. Check, check, check. Chad and Sandy have the science behind it. Using their proprietary Market Max system, Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Jonathan writes from Mount Pleasant. The only thing standing between me and my dream of hitting the road in my RV was selling my Mount Pleasant home. After hearing Chad and Sandy on the radio, I gave them a call. The results were unreal. In just 3 days, I had multiple offers at full asking price. So can you. Call the local experts I trust and recommend. Call Chad and Sandy, 414-6200 or chadandsandy.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focus, fueled, fearless, Farah. You're Mackin' with Tom McManus. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Superior products, exceptional service. On 1010XL.
Damn, looks like the Broncos are going to have a fun offseason. I saw a piece by Connor Orr over at Sports Illustrated.
Yeah.
We'll get to it later. Think about this, Jaguar fans. It's probably not that difficult to come up with. Making a bold prediction for every team. I already told you what he said about the Jags, and we'll discuss that coming up. But for the Broncos, Sean Payton will trade for both David Montgomery and A.J. Brown. Like, I guess he beat me to them in our fantasy league. I mean, what, you know, I mean,
who else do you want?
That'd be fun, though. They need that they probably need that compliment to R.J. Harvey in the backfield.
I can see that.
They lost something when J.K. Dobbins went down. And who knows with A.J. Brown?
Yeah.
I love the fact that he talked about how he used to hate Vrabel, so maybe he won't end up with New England. But
was he reading books again this year? Or is that the year before?
I think he's been doing that for a while.
Okay.
It is like he truly apparently has been doing that. It's like a book of motivational sayings and things like that. Like, so it's not just like he's reading like John Grisham's like The Client.
Hang
like,
on
to
a
date
second,
myself.
Coach. Going on.
I couldn't come up with a more up to date book.
Hey Jay, we need you. Wait up, I'm right at this.
Man, I used to read all the John Grishams when they came out back in the 90s. Nah, not you.
Not much of a reader, yeah.
Nah, I used to love The Firm was awesome. They changed the ending of the movie like drastically from that book. Big time.
I read the Spencer books.
Spencer for Hire.
Yeah, those books were
68
pretty cool.
Mustang Fastback.
Yeah.
That was his car because my friend Rhino had one.
That thing was
in college. Rhino went to Pearson Taylor, which was close to DeLand. That's where Chipper Jones would have gone had he not gone to the bowl school back in the day. That was
That
the
old
whole track
recruiting
thing. Yeah, Rhino worked at Publix with me in the school
us
year
back.
in the summer. Oh, it was a great time, man.
Yeah.
68 Mustang Fastback is a bad
No
car.
doubt.
And I don't know cars, but that car
Yeah.
I can pick out of a lineup instantly.
Yeah.
So there you go. Spencer for Hire, Tom McManus.
Good one.
That's your guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Robert Ulrich, right?
And he
His
was.
name? Yeah,
He
it
was.
great. Dantana in Vegas. That was
And then
a cool
your boy
show.
Marky Mark did a Spencer movie.
Did he?
Fairly recently.
My boy.
I think he's your boy a little bit. Yeah, I could have seen you hanging out with Marky Mark at some of the frat
Let's
parties
go
at
rob
BC.
those. He was robbing people back in the day.
Hey, we need some beer money.
Yeah,
Let's go call Marky Mark, and we'll get hold of it. I think by that point he'd probably come into some good beer money.
I would think so.
By that point, yeah. So, all right, we're going to get to the CBS list of hidden gem free agents, but not even that hidden. Just one of our gem callers is Regina in Mandarin, and she's kind enough to lead us off on this Friday. Good morning, Regina. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Sorry for your loss, Tommy.
Thank you,
I just
Regina.
wanna- I don't think they're going to keep either one.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to keep. Yeah. Just now, maybe you can explain. I think, and the fact that they're not going to the combine doesn't surprise me. They do everything differently, you know. One, maybe you can explain the subtleties of the cap money, but they want to have money to play with during the year, like they could do the Jacoby's Meyer deal or anything to see the fluidity of what the team needs at that point in time. So I'll take your comments off the air.
All right, Regina, thank you. Without getting into every aspect of the cap, you do want to set aside a few $1,000,000. It's not for the Jacoby Myers contract kind of thing, because when you sign a guy to a contract extension, you can reduce his cap number.
Right, for
you
sure.
can create cap space by doing that. It's more that, we got to go sign a street free agent. NFL minimum. You got to have a few $1,000,000 available to have some wiggle room. You have to have a few million. I heard somebody who was it somebody on this network saying you got to have $20 million for your rookie class, because you're not going to need $20 million for your rookie class. You don't even have a first round pick. You're not going to. It's not going to come anywhere close to 20.
True.
I think, but whatever, you got to have money set aside for your rookie class.
Situational guys you might want to try to grab on one of your deals.
Absolutely, right. And like Dennis Gardeck last year, as an example, you got to have a little bit of operating capital.
Definitely.
But you don't need. It's not a matter of like, hey, let's hold back 10 or 12 million in case we want to sign somebody to a multi-year contract extension, because then you can control. You can say, hey, we're gonna rip up what you got left. We're gonna give you this money, but we're gonna call it a bonus. We're gonna spread it out over 4 or 5 years, whatever the case.
Is that is it like a restructure?
Or just a new deal? It's like an extension. In the case of Jacoby Myers, he cost whatever he cost. I don't know what it did to his cap number for the remainder of last year.
Right.
But you can play with that.
The thing about extent, you have to at some point answer to that extent, right? You push everything back.
The dead money.
Eventually, you gotta.
Right. But the feeling is the cap will rise by the time we're dealing with this one. A couple of other numbers have rolled off, and it's a constant kind of a juggling process, to shift money around a little bit. All right, let's look at a few of these guys on this hidden gem list. All right, and I know this is ironic, but the first guy on the list, these are all guys who are outside of Pete Prisco's top 100. He didn't put together the hidden gems list, but they based it off of Prisco's top 100 available free agents. Christian Kirk, first on the list. Again, we're putting aside the Jags purse strings right now, and we're talking about, would these players be a useful fit for this team? I think in this case, obviously, we got the emergence of Parker Washington would make that silly. But, Tony, I'd love to see Christian Kirk leave, because I saw a much better Christian Kirk in the postseason than I did all last year.
Sure.
And if he leaves, that's just one more question mark for the Houston Texans to have to answer.
Yeah, he may wind up in Tennessee when everything's said and done. But, yeah, I wouldn't mind him being out of the division with what you saw. you got out of Christian Kirk in the playoff run what you thought Houston may be getting out of him all year, right? And it just didn't work out that way, so I'd be fine with it not working out for him anywhere in the AFC South. But, yeah, as far as coming back to Jacksonville, no.
Yeah.
All right.
His injuries, too. Like, he's
gotten a bunch. Yeah. He was like,
when he's healthy.
It was a good move to get what you could for him, especially as you saw
take that risk again.
Parker emerge over the course of the season. Kevin Zeitler, guard, played for the Titans. Again, putting money aside and how you're best allocating your resources. Does this team need more competition on the interior offensive line, in your opinion?
No, I'm good with our O-line. And Zeitler's a good player, but he's 32 or something.
He's 35.
Oh, he's 35.
He also ranked, according to Pro Football Focus, as the 11th best guard in the NFL.
Yeah, he's a physical guy. I mean, he's definitely one of those types. But no, I'd roll with what I have right now.
I think they have enough. Like, if I could swap him out from McCary, I might do that. I know McCary's got the versatility to play multiple spots, but if I'm really thinking, well, McCary's likely to compete at right guard, I'd rather have Zeitler than McCary.
Yeah, well, and McCary with that back injury, man, that's who knows. Like, I don't.
You're right.
That's scary when you're that big and have a back injury, man. So I could see if there was a swap for that. Yeah, I'd be on board with that.
Braxton Jones, tackle for the Bears, offensive tackle for the Bears.
Talk about injuries.
Right. I mean, this is a guy that like, I want to make sure we have a decent swing tackle. This is not how I'd allocate my money. You got to be invested in Anton and Cole Van Lanen at this point in time. You know, with all your energies and everything. Like, if there's a Walker Little type, if they end up moving on from Walker Little, maybe it ends up being Walker Little again for another year.
Yeah.
But I'm not spending my money to try to bring in a guy to, like Tony said, off-injured guy who would upgrade my swing tackle position.
Yeah.
Probably
no, I'd keep Walker. Walker also showed he could play a little guard, a little right guard.
Absolutely.
So,
how about Malcolm Kuntz, the edge rusher for the Raiders?
Hmm.
I'll take anybody who can get to the damn quarterback.
He was injured last year,
He was injured in 2024, had a torn ACL.
Okay.
Came back last year, wasn't a starter, but ended up with 3.5 sacks. So did Trayvon Walker, for that matter. I'm just saying, they need a third guy.
They do.
But they might need a third and fourth guy.
Right.
On this team, and maybe that third guy comes in the draft, maybe he doesn't.
Yeah.
Guy who would be considered for that spot would be Dennis Gardeck, right? Who is what do you?
I accidentally hit the camera.
Oh,
with my foot. I was like,
yeah, it did. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, it was the wire. I didn't even know it was there.
I never look at it, but yeah, I'm definitely off camera.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I could probably
I
move
just
it
saw
back.
Tom. I knew something was going on, and now he was distracted, and we're going to get nothing out of him.
RJ's not happy. Look at him. He's not even smiling.
What about Dennis Gardeck? Dennis Gardeck, among edge defenders, according to this column here, minimum 100 pass rush snaps, was second in the NFL in pressure rate among all edge defenders.
Wow.
And as Jeff Prosser said this morning, as I mentioned this article and he looked at it, Will Anderson had a pressure rate of 21%. Nick Bonito was 19.4. Micah Parsons was 19.4. Dennis Gardeck was 19.5%. So 1 out of 5 times he's getting pressure on the quarterback. Why wasn't he rushing more? Why wasn't he used more?
No doubt.
If he is literally getting more pressure per snap than any player on your team, why didn't you use him more?
That's a
Maybe
great
they felt
question.
like, more usage, he'd have
less,
declining
I don't know.
impact.
Without even knowing that stat, I want him back. I
Me
mean, I
too.
just like the way he plays the game. They like the way he plays the game. He'll do anything for you. He can rush the passer. I'd like to see him do more of that, but he's a physical guy. His motor's ridiculous. He runs to the football with his hair on fire. He's the kind of guy you want on your team.
Relentless pass rusher with a fun mix of speed and spin moves, says CB. He kind of is the fun guy to watch, but this drives me nuts. He's 31, but there's not a ton of tread on the tires. What you're trying to say is there's still a lot of tread on the tires, okay?
Right.
That means there's still plenty left, okay?
Yeah.
When you say there's not a ton of tread on the tires, that means he's almost done, and that's clearly not what they're insinuating
And for
here.
the record, like, training does wear the tread. Like, not just playing football, but all the squats, all the sprints, all the stuff, all the jumping, all that does, put some tread on the tires.
Or take some tread off the tires.
Or take some tread.
The case
Right.
may be as well. All right. Well, we'll get back to this this list. I mean, I think we'd all like to see Gardeck back.
Yeah.
And hopefully he'd like to be back here. It'll depend on how robust that market is.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
and I mean, they hit on him. They whiffed on Agba.
Yeah, they
last
did.
year.
They did.
You know, so and Agba came first, if I'm not mistaken, right?
He did.
So, you know, there may be a guy out there who's going to be better than Gardeck in the same role, but at least he's somewhat of a known commodity.
I tried. I mean, you know, obviously you got to figure out the cap and all that, but I'd try my best to bring him back.
All right, we got a few more here on this list from CBS, including another Jacksonville Jaguar that are what they consider to be under the radar free agents. We'll get back to your calls at 641-1010 when we return in the moment as well on Jaguars Today here on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today. You're at the home of the Jaguars in the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. Superior products, exceptional service. Play-by-play just makes everyday life better.
I did not see this one coming.
Get the most play-by-play on 1010XL. Jacksonville's play-by-play sports radio.
Create a backyard your family will love. Jack's Outdoor Solutions, an authorized dealer of Celebrity Greens, installs PGA quality artificial turf golf greens and complete outdoor spaces. From turf to custom hardscapes, landscaping, and lighting, every project is built for style, durability, and family fun. Locally owned and trusted across Northeast Florida, customers rave about their results. Check their 5-star reviews on Google. Plan your dream backyard today at jacksoutdoorsolutions.com.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
It's time to upgrade your ride and trade in your Tesla for luxury with a brand new Cadillac EV.
At Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville, we have over 30 Cadillac EVs to choose from.
Feel the power of instant torque and enjoy the range that takes you farther.
You love your Tesla, but it's time to elevate your ride.
Trade in your Tesla today at Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville. Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville.com.
You pick the color and drive away today.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent ya.
The riders who face Daytona Supercross are built different. Withstanding the most unforgiving and grueling track is not just a point of pride, but of pure grit and determination. This battle can only be felt in person. Witness the action unfold at the only place in Florida where the biggest names will battle it out under the lights. Daytona Supercross is built different. It's built for champions. It's built for fans. The gate drops Saturday, February 28th. There's only one place to be. Secure your tickets and trackside access at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
The key to victory is anticipation.
The road to the regular season rides through the combine, free agency, the draft, OTAs, and mini camps.
This should be fun to watch.
Follow the offseason with AA Automotive and 1010XL.
Hey, Jacksonville, David Garrard here. If you want a street-legal golf cart that's built with quality and style, check out Dynamic Drives and Designs in Jacks Beach. They have new, used, and fully customized carts from the top brands like Atlas, Dodge, and Pilot Car. Every cart gets a complete expert inspection, so you know it's ready to hit the road. Their team can help you design the perfect custom cart that fits your style and needs. For your custom golf cart, visit DynamicDrivesDesign.com today and see your perfect ride.
Do you love cold weather? Tobacco Cove doesn't either, and we are heating things up with a fantastic event featuring Perdomo cigars. Escape the chill on Saturday, February 21st from 1 to 4 p.m. and enjoy a Nicaraguan cigar celebration. Food, drinks, and specials on cigars. Experience Perdomo quality and value for yourself. Tobacco Cove at 3849 Bay Meadows Road. More than a cigar store, it's an experience.
We don't have too many cold nights on the First Coast, but when the temperature drops, you want to hit the heat button and warm up. That's where Florida Home comes in. They're the AC experts in Jacksonville, and the importance of keeping your heating system in good working order is really important. If it stops working when it gets cooler, Florida Home will leap into action and provide you with the best solution. Heater and heat pump repair service and new system installation. They do it all. Just call Florida Home AC at 777-4300, the official heating and AC partner of the Jaguars.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, I've heard you talk about the quality philosophy of Underwoods. Just what is that?
Frank simply stated, the Underwood quality philosophy is fine jewelry and gifts will bring customers back and create new customers through the endorsements given to Underwoods by our satisfied customers. However, it's our definition of quality that's really been the Underwood difference, because quality has to go beyond materials and craftsmanship and has to include things like design, how it's presented, our service, our integrity, a customer's experience in our store, and the satisfaction a customer feels when they've chosen a special gift from Underwoods. A person or a company earns a reputation over a long period of time. And in Underwoods, we know that you earn your reputation every day, because that good reputation can be lost in a matter of days if you're not committed to doing the right thing for the long term.
That's Underwood, serving excellence in North Florida since 1928 in San Marco, Avondale, or the shops of Ponte Vedra.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Mac in the Middle, Tom McManus. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Superior products, exceptional service. On 1010XL.
Tommy Mac dancing away. Don't kick
dance.
anything now.
I got good dancing moves.
Do you?
My wife helps. All I do is watch her and follow her lead.
Okay.
Yeah.
With all the places this song has been used, the one that flashes in my head every time is Airplane with the guy getting stabbed in the back.
Right.
Every time.
Man, I watched that with my son, and that was actually one of the few older movies that he liked as much as his dad did. Yeah, from
That
back in
humor
the
was
day.
funny.
Stupid
but funny.
That's what it is. You got to be in the right mood for it, to be sure. All right, let's just get through the rest of this list just quickly.
Yeah.
And which of these guys, if the money worked out, would be appealing in your opinion for the Jaguars?
Okay.
All right, next guy up on the list from CBS Sports, Alex Singleton, the Broncos linebacker. Said PFF graded him very highly as a run defender, not so much as a pass defender. He's 32. He feels like a guy who still racks up 1 million tackles, but we kind of have that guy.
Yeah,
don't
we got Foye. I'm not replacing Foye with him. He's a good player. I mean, very active, really fast, athletic, and all that. But no, I like our guy.
Does he give you anything Ventrell Miller couldn't? Like if
you don't have Lloyd,
if Devin Lloyd isn't there.
No. I think I'd try to see what Ventrell can do with the idea that maybe I'm drafting somebody that's going to challenge him as well. I don't know.
It will depend, too, on what you want to get out of your guy. I mean, Devin Lloyd became the second guy in 20 years to not only have 5 interceptions, but to have 10 quarterback hits as well. Are you looking for the coverage aspect, the pass rush aspect? Obviously, you want everything, right?
Yeah.
But you're not going to find that in a bargain bin free agent. So let me ask you about Eric Wilson of the Vikings, okay? Wilson, it says when it comes to coverage, gets a little hairy, all right? But this year, 6.5 sacks, 4 forced fumbles. He is a playmaker and has been at various times in his career. His overall pressure rate was 21.9. Remember, we said just among edge defenders
19.
was second best at 19. Among all defenders, Eric Wilson's 21.9 was second in the entire NFL. If you're going to utilize him like that, I think Eric Wilson's fine. Again, you're not using him to cover Brock Bowers on third down.
Right. See, Ventrell is good in coverage, right? I think he's athletic in space, that kind of thing.
Okay.
I don't think he's great at rushing a pass. He can blitz, but as far as rushing a passer and having some moves like Devin does, I don't think he brings that to the table.
I don't know if you heard the other day, we looked at it among all players in the National Football League. I don't know what the threshold was for the minimum amount of targets.
Yep.
Ventrell Miller allowed the fewest yards per target of any player in the NFL last year. Of any player. 3.1 yards per target.
Did he play a lot? I feel
No.
like, yeah. Okay.
No, it wasn't that he was targeted 16 times, but regardless.
Right. Yeah,
it's not like all it takes when you're targeted 16 times, you give up one bust, and you're not going to be anywhere close in that category.
Right.
But the entire league, Christian Braswell was like number 4, and Jordan Lewis is 8 in the league.
Yeah.
You know, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Roger McCrary, the Rams cornerback, former second-round pick, good tackler.
Instead of Buster. You think Buster's gone?
He is Possibly. That's a factor. Let's imagine he is. You're going to need another corner. Here, Roger McCreary has reportedly allowed just 4 passing touchdowns as the primary defender over 3 years. It's pretty good.
Yeah, very good.
It's pretty good. He's 26 years old.
Good. Second contract.
Gladstone going to be familiar with him as a guy on the Rams.
I can see that.
That's an interesting one, right?
Absolutely.
What about Greg Newsome?
No.
I'm going to say, I'm kind of like, I didn't see anything that got me excited, but maybe that depresses his value and you get him cheap. I'm not sure. They said Newsome split the season between 2 teams. Hasn't been able to recapture the form he had early in his career, but he's only 25, one of the NFL's better corners from 21 through 23, those years. Good length, can play in the slot, prime bounce-back candidate in the right landing spot.
I know when we talked to Jamal about him yesterday, Jamal talked about having at least the inkling that maybe he's a player that would be willing to take a 1-year kind of prove-it deal.
Okay.
I'm going to bet on myself for 1 more year. How comfortable is he in the Jaguars' defense and scheme?
Yeah.
I don't know the answer to those kind of questions, but that makes it at least more of a possibility in my mind. It's not we got to re-sign Newsome. It's like
1 year
figure it out.
numbers. Yeah. I could see that potentially, depending on how they look at the internal metric. He gave up too many big plays. And as Jeff said, do we focus on the handful of big plays he gave up and we're missing all the rest of it? Well, it's kind of the same thing with an offensive tackle. You give a couple of big sacks, and we're not giving you credit for blocking 65 out of 67 reps.
Right. And I know maybe the value's not the same, but if I got to pick, I'm picking Monteric over Greg.
I'm not disputing that. He played better.
Yeah, he
than
did.
him, in the same defense. And then the last guy on the list was Andre Sisco, which I found, he's not. Jags are pretty good at safety right now, and if Caleb Bransaw is going to be healthy.
True.
Potentially good at safety. But then again, if he's not healthy, then you've got Eric Murray, who's another year closer to the end of his deal.
Yeah, he's been
and
around.
you got Antonio Johnson hoping that the breakout was real.
Right.
And that's basically what you have, And
I think he's a star in the making.
Antonio?
Yeah.
You see PFF's ranking of him this week?
No.
53rd in the league of all players. Top 101.
We probably were talking about him when he was drafted. We're like, I can't believe he lasted to the 5th round. Look at him.
Right. There was a lot because he was a lot of people thought he was going in the 2nd round that year.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just taken him a few years to put it all together and emerge.
Yeah.
All right. We'll come back. We've got a few on the line. Stay there and we'll get to you coming out of the top of the hour break here as we move into hour number 2. You're listening to Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. Taking care of business.
Taking care of business.
And business is good. 1010XL.
Taking care of business every day.
Tara Lagaman here for Local Fair Jacks. Fresh, local produce, eggs, and meat delivered right to your door. It's where Jeff and I shop because we know exactly where our food is coming from. There's no scary recalls, just trusted local farmers. Visit localfairjacks.com.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Welcome to Key Buick GMC, proudly family-owned and operated since 1943. Come see why they're North Florida's new and pre-owned truck center, conveniently located on Southside and JTB, just minutes from the St. John's Town Center. At Key Buick GMC, every new vehicle comes with our lifetime powertrain warranty. Key Buick GMC, we are professional grade. Online at keybuickgmc.com. Lifetime powertrain warranty covers engine, transmission, drivetrain only. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
Patrick Young here, a.k.a. the Big PY, and you know I love my Florida Gators. Now you can hear my Gator basketball instant reaction following each Gator Hoops game. Look for my takes on the social channels of 1010XL. Brought to you by VanguardSportsLeagues.com.
Have you or someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI and all criminal offenses. I've been named the best DUI attorney in the state, and David has been named the best criminal defense lawyer in Jacksonville. In your battle with the justice system, there is only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hey, I'm Tony from Tony D's Pizza. People ask me all day long, is it the water that makes the difference? Well, yes and no. Even water can't make a good pizza. It's the ingredients, too. The best tomatoes, the best flour, and the best cheese. Oh, and a lot of love. Tony D's New York Pizza, Bay Meadows and 295.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
I'm starting to realize being a homeowner isn't all upside, Jason.
I mean, it does give you a place to live.
Yeah, but now suddenly I need to know the names of all the people I need to look after my house.
Like who?
Like if my air conditioner breaks in the middle of the heat wave, I need to know who I call to fix it.
That's me. You know me.
But what if my water heater dies or my toilet backs up?
That would also be me. Bueller Air and Plumbing.
Okay, fine, but what about my duct cleaning and my water filtration and my sewer drain? Where am I going to find all those guys if something goes wrong? I'm just a guy with a house and a dream and...
This pair of sunglasses.
Whoa.
Bueller Air and Plumbing is the only name you need to know. Our club members even get 2 free visits a year, so you know we're there when you need us.
Well, that's cool.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
The First Coast Games is an annual team-building challenge to introduce fun activities into the workplace and focus on your employees' health and wellness goals. These goals include some friendly competition, of course, including pickleball, cornhole, volleyball, flag football, and other team sports. The games will begin in March. Register your company and teams at fcymca.org.
If you are an experienced electrician looking for your next big opportunity, look no further than the Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller Electric, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering you the chance to showcase your skills on a grand scale. We believe in rewarding hard work with the best pay, top-notch benefits, and an unbeatable culture where people actually care about each other. Take your career to new heights with Miller Electric Company. Apply today at millercareers.com. Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
Are you ready for another historic season at the bank? It's time to lock in your seats for 2026 by placing your deposit now. Next season will be played at Everbank Stadium, but seating capacity is limited due to in-bowl renovations, and spots are going fast. Don't miss out on your chance to see the season's biggest matchups and highlight real moments by placing your deposit at jaguars.com/tickets or by calling 904-633-2000. Go Jags!
This is your local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010 XL. The Orlando Magic make a franchise record 27 threes in a 131-94 victory over the Sacramento Kings last night. Paolo Banchero recorded 30 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. It was the 71st time in his career that he's had 20-plus points, 5-plus rebounds, and 5-plus assists, the third most in franchise history. The Magic's 4-game West Coast trip continues on Saturday when they visit the Phoenix Suns at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. You can catch all the action right here on 1010 XL. Right now, 78 degrees at 11:02. Time and Temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. You're mackin' with Tom McManus, brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Superior products, exceptional service on 1010 XL.
All right, hour 2 is here. By the way, welcome to summer, apparently. Highs in the 80s today.
I know. How about that?
How about that?
Yeah.
Is right. My
Might
wife
have to get some sunshine later.
My wife hates it when it starts to get back in the 80s, man. If it would stay like 62 and breezy year round, that's where she'd like to
Really?
to live.
That's where I'd like to be
temperature-wise.
too. Yeah.
I don't know. Like
I like
70s.
a little sun. Yeah, I like it cool in the morning and night, but a little sunny.
Would you
during
rather
the
have it 95 or 35?
95?
Me too.
Yeah, I'd rather be warm than cold.
Yeah.
Because you can take your clothes off.
Okay. Only to a point.
Well, yeah, but pretty close to almost
You
everything.
can also put more clothes on, Tommy.
Yeah.
I know.
There are only so many clothes you can take off. Unlimited clothes you can put on.
Yeah, but, you only need so much to stay cool.
Okay.
Okay?
Fair enough. I'm with you. I'd rather have the heat than the cold.
We can walk around in a bathing suit all day long and be fine.
You could do that. Yeah.
Find some shade.
And in Florida, you can pretty much. My wife years ago said, "Man, there's not a restaurant this say I said, can I wear my baseball hat to we're going out to eat? So I don't even know where it was. Because there's not a restaurant in Florida you can't wear a baseball hat to.
Pretty much, true.
That's what my wife said. So
seems like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are some fancy spots out there, but
Yeah. Depends what kind of hat. What'd you say, baseball cap?
Baseball cap.
Oh,
yeah.
Never mind.
Like, what kind of hat do you think
Oh,
I'm
you know,
wearing?
you
Big
could wear-
10-gallon cowboy hat or
I like those. I got to get one of those.
Peaky Blinders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without the, the blade.
Without the razor blade. People don't know. Like I saw an advertisement on Twitter yesterday selling those hats, right? For people who don't know, Peaky Blinders, they're like from 120 years ago in England, right?
I forget what they call them.
Yeah, I don't know what but they're calling the hats peakies. And I'm like, that is not what the hat is called, right? Because they would blind your peakies were your eyes, and they would literally blind you with the razor blades that they would slice across your face.
Very innovative.
It really was,
yeah.
right? They grabbed the
it?
back of the hat and just swung that
one
thing.
swing.
And it was like a
They grabbed the front of it.
No, because the razor blades are in the front.
Oh, they're in
and
the
they grab
front.
the back is like floppy in the back, and they grab the back and they'd swipe it around.
Wow.
Yeah. Peaky Blinders movie coming.
Very innovative.
I think I have one episode left in that series to watch.
Do you?
Yeah.
I stopped watching after a while, but I liked it.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was really good in the early going.
Yeah.
Got a great theme song for that show too. What is it?
Yeah.
About like the man in the black with the red right hand. You know what I'm talking about? Can you? You should do it. Dad bod should cover this one.
Really? The dad guy with the
probably
red
a little
hand?
slow for the dad bods, but it's a good song.
Okay.
Yeah, the red right hand,
Yeah, it's the theme
covered
in
in blood.
Scream.
Is it the theme in Scream?
Yeah.
Oh,
Really?
okay.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen a Scream movie.
Oh, I have.
Have you?
Oh, yeah.
I probably caught parts of one on TV,
Okay.
but
Yeah, I don't remember which one, but a lot of blood.
yeah, now I know Courtney Cox survives them all because I just saw her in an ad for the
Is
latest
she in
one.
this one, too?
Yeah.
So
It looked like she bit it in the last one, but apparently she made it.
For all I know, she looked like she bit it in all of them.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's popular. I'm not knocking it. I just not one that I've ever gotten into.
I'm rewatching it right now
Are
because the
you?
7 one's coming out. Yeah.
But yeah, I started rewatching Paradise yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, because the second season's coming out. I want to catch up. It's pretty short.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a big horror film type guy, I like mystery thrillers that keep you on your toes. You try to figure out. Did you watch His and Hers yet?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Like, did you know it was the grandma at the end? Oh,
This guy. Not for me. It doesn't
beep
matter.
it up, beep it up.
The Scream movies are kind of mysteries. Like, you don't know who the killer is until you know who the killer is, or killers,
I didn't have a V8.
as the case is. Yeah. My goodness.
Remember in
Sixth Sense? Can you
Sixth
believe
Sense,
it?
thank you. I was trying to think of the name of the damn movie, Tone. I'm like, I was gonna call it I See Dead People. Remember in I See Dead People? What happened there? When M. Night Shyamalan made some movies. Remember them? All right, let's ruin the endings. Let's go to Cody out in Missouri. Next up on Jaguars Today. Cody, good morning. Cody, you punch him up.
There we go.
There we go. Hey, Cody, what's up?
What's up, guys? How are you guys doing on this Friday?
Doing all right.
Fine,
What's
thank
going
you.
on?
Well, Tommy, I'm sorry for your loss, brother. Sending some prayers your way for sure.
Thank you. Thank you much.
Absolutely, sir. Yeah, guys. Since we're talking about relocations, it's funny because the Chiefs are moving over to Kansas, and a lot of people don't know that there is actually a Kansas City, Kansas, and that's where I am from. And I'm a huge Jayhawk fan. And the Missouri Tiger fans are so mad that the Chiefs are going over to Kansas, which is really funny. But do you guys – I don't know. I know you guys have kind of talked about it a little bit in the past, but do you guys see a chance where a team could expand maybe to a different country like London, if they go to London or possibly Mexico City? I just wanted to ask you guys that and see what you guys' opinion would be on it.
Okay. Look,
Good question.
This has been
Thank you.
long discussed.
Yeah, it has.
For a while. Yeah. And I think the NFL has kind of figured out that sticking one team overseas is not going to work, right? I think if you get to a point somewhere in the future where you're considering expanding globally,
yeah,
I could almost see like having a second league, but even then, you're not going to have enough players to stock it unless you use American football players. And I just think it's a tough thing to come out of college and go, if you want to work in this profession, you now have to at least half the year live in another country.
Yeah.
I think that's a tough way to go.
What about NFL Europe back in the day? Like that lasted, 3 years maybe?
It lasted a little while, but it wasn't.
How did it phase out? Just wasn't good. I mean, because I thought like the German team was always you received Barcelona.
Right.
I mean, there were some teams that.
But that level of play was nowhere close to the NFL.
No.
Right.
No.
So, I mean, I think that team could be well received over there, but it's just the logistics
of real NFL.
Of the travel and the whole thing. Yeah. I just if the NFL one day gets to the point where they can put a division in Europe, maybe they'll try it. But unless they are ready to do that, I don't think they'll ever.
What if they did? Just hear me out. What if they did England, Scotland, and Ireland? You know what I mean? They had 3 teams and they became the whatever.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They would have to add expand like a whole division's worth of teams.
Yeah.
I don't think we're.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll ever see that in my lifetime, anything
right.
close to that.
I think virtually everyone who is capable of playing NFL football plays NFL football right now. Right?
Right. It's not like there's this undiscovered talent pool that we can dip into.
Yeah.
You know, like there's the off chance that a spring league could be for a player that decides, look, I'm not going to college. I'm going to go this route. Right? Like that kind of thing. But the NFL has a perfect system right now. College gets them ready from the time between when they're almost adults and adults, right? And ready for what the NFL is going to be asking them to do with their bodies once they get to that level. So the system is what the system should be from an NFL perspective right now. They got spring football that's still going, right? For the players that are kind of on the fringe of, look, I'm just hanging on. Maybe I want one more shot, to just make an NFL roster. And that's what a lot of those players are doing. And even with that, look, we've had spring football back for the past half decade. How many of those guys even get invited to NFL camps?
Yeah. No,
a dozen?
Good call.
From all those teams, like it's just there's not enough bodies.
Well, what if it was the practice squad? You had to put up some guys from your own practice squad, 32 teams.
That's how NFL Europe kind of worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at least you're developing. Right, they're developing.
As a developmental league is one thing. As a full-fledged NFL caliber club.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's just not enough of them.
Yeah.
Right. Like this whole NFL has it so perfect right now.
Yeah.
Don't get greedy. You're keep making more and more money every single year.
Yeah. No, we don't.
32 teams, 8 divisions of 4.
Yeah.
The balance is
We're not
beautiful.
worried about putting teams over there. Everyone plays over there once.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's no longer we're just sending a couple teams a year. It's like everyone's doing this once a year, guys. Just accept it.
So what
That's
do we
what the
do it
league's
for?
doing.
Just to give those fans a live action, or what do you do it for? Because you tell me people in Australia don't know about they watch the NFL, don't they?
Sure, but it's an experience to go to a game.
Okay, so
right?
you're
Like
giving
if
the people the
Manchester
experience.
United comes and plays a game in the United States,
sold out.
It will be sold out because you can't get to see them in person.
Gotcha.
So it's an experience for them and all that.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that they couldn't even support it fan wise. I think they could. I think it's more the logistics of you got to. How often are you traveling over to Europe to play games?
Right.
If you're a team based in the States, and I don't know, and
you'd have to stay over there for a little while.
You would, and then is that really feasible? Are there enough games? So you're going to have. What, we're going to come into Europe and we're going to play all these teams in the division? Well, what if you don't? What if you only play the team in that division once? Like it's, it's your NFC counterpart or whatever. You're playing one game and but then 2 months later you're playing it. I don't know.
I know. I'm with you.
I just think
and there's not enough top caliber type NFL type.
I think it was a great threat, or a great leverage tool by the NFL to try to get franchises to invest more in their stadiums and things like that. And I think it's generally worked, but I think at this point it's kind of a hollow threat. I think you'd see a team move within the continental United States before you ever see a team. As we're about to see the Bears and the Chiefs. But I mean, even big, like they're at least staying in their metro areas generally.
Yeah, the Rams moving from St. Louis back to LA.
Something like that.
Right.
I think we'll see more of that before we see anybody in Europe. By the way, somebody suggested those hats are called fedoras. No, they are not.
No, they're not a fedora.
No, they're not
No,
fedoras.
no.
But somebody said they're called scallies, so I looked it up, and that is one of the names for those hats. They're sometimes called they're newsboy caps. Is
Okay.
what they most commonly refer to as. They're also called Shelby caps, but I wonder if that's not because the
There's
family name
another
is
word I'm
Shelby on
thinking
Peaky Blinders.
Another name I'm thinking.
Patty caps, scally caps. That's what Baker Boy and Newsboy. That's what that's what the internet tells me. By the way, Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, Red Right Hand. That's the group that does Red Right Hand. According, thank you, text line.
Nice.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, support,
especially when it's accurate.
Yeah.
Yes. Which helps. All right. We'll take a time out here. Tony will take us around the rest of the NFL when we return on Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today from the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. 1010XL takes you inside the program director's office with Dan and Jeff.
You have a problem with authority.
The Drill.
You believe that you are special.
Mornings.
But somehow the rules do not apply to you.
On 1010XL.
Obviously, you are mistaken.
Hey, it's Angela and Brian Wall. How many companies do you know in this day and age that actually want their potential customers to call their competition and get quotes from them?
That's what Wonderworld wants you to do. Wonderworld knows there are other window companies out there, but we also know those other guys. When compared to Wonderworld, they can't offer you the quality at the price that Wonderworld can.
And with Wonderworld, you get the absolute best guarantee there is in the window replacement business.
If anything goes wrong with your new Wonderworld windows, 5 years from now, 10, 15, 50, Wonderworld and I will be there to fix it for you. You get peace of mind with Wonderworld, and to top it off, Wonderworld windows increase the value of your home. So look what you get with Wonderworld. Quality windows, low price, the best guarantee in the business, energy savings, and an increase in the value of your home. A win-win for you.
Call Wonderworld today and get your free in-home estimate or see them online at WonderWorldNEFlorida.com.
Wonderworld, simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
The Players' Championship returns to TPC Sawgrass March 10th through 15th. Experience golf's most iconic stage with enhanced food and beverage offerings, interactive fan attractions, and an atmosphere built for every type of fan. See the best players in the world, including world number one Scotty Scheffler, 2025 champion Rory McIlroy, and fan favorite Brooks Koepka take on the legendary Stadium Course and the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Discover downtown Jacksonville's newest go-to spot. Pour Tap Room Jacksonville brings you 2 floors of over 80 self-pour craft beers, wines and cocktails, plus live sports, live music, and private event space. And right next door, Pizza Dynamo fires up made-to-order pizzas, slices and calzones, packed with bold flavor. Pair a pint with a fresh pie at Pizza Dynamo and Pour Tap Room, downtown at Laura and Forsyth.
No one knows more about fishing the First Coast than Captain Kevin Favor. The Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show. Reeled in by the Pest Pros at Royal Pest Services. And Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Thursday nights at 6.
On 1010XL AM.
Fence problems? The old one falling apart and leaning over? Well, if it's time for a new one, call Duval Fence today at 260-4747 for a quality job. Restore the look and privacy you expect. Trust the experts. DuvalFence.com.
Jacksonville, it's official. Men's professional soccer is back with the USL Championship. Your Sporting Jacks Pro Soccer Club kicks off its historic first men's season on March 7th, bringing fast, physical, world-class soccer back to the First Coast. This is more than a new pro sports team. It's world-class soccer played on a national and international stage. Be there from the very beginning. Season tickets with seats starting at just $10 per match. On sale now at SportingJacks.com. Sporting Jacks. Pro Soccer, Pro Jacks.
Mark Watson here to tell you a little bit about HardballCreative.com. It's your online promo haven with thousands of ideas on how to promote your company. We're open 24/7, 365.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Hey gang, Prosser here for my friends Chad and Sandy. What are your concerns? What struggles do you anticipate when it comes time to sell your home? What is it that bothers you? What's keeping you from getting max money as quickly as possible? Well, I don't know what those reasons are because I know they're all silly. Because Chad and Sandy have one down-to-the-line guarantee. Your home sold guaranteed, or they will buy it. It'll be at a price and a rate that you agree upon beforehand. So if you need to sell now, fast, easy, stress-free, and you need max price, then you need Chad and Sandy. The government's making moves intended to push mortgage rates lower. The last time rates dropped, we saw a selling and buying frenzy. Now's the time to prepare. It's time to call Chad and Sandy. Darcy in San Jose did. I wanted to move to a more walkable, vibrant area. Within 3 days of working with Chad and Sandy's team, I found the perfect home. They do it stress-free with a guarantee. Go to chadandsandy.com or call 414-6200. That's chadandsandy.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Number 55 in the middle, he's Tom McManus. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Superior products, exceptional service. On 1010XL.
All right, we continue along here on Jaguars Today. Somebody on the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosure, said, we definitely don't want overseas teams for good. That would mean at some point the Super Bowl would not be played in the U.S., but be played internationally. I think this would be terrible for the NFL domestically. That may be the case. It also may happen.
Yeah.
If you're going to ask me, is there going to be a team overseas permanently based or a Super Bowl overseas, I'd bet on the Super Bowl all day long.
Yeah, I think so.
One game environment, you know?
Yeah, I mean, most people don't go to the Super Bowl.
Correct.
You know what I mean? It's too expensive.
Right. The Super Bowl is, what, maybe, it's less than 50% of the actual fans of the two teams that are there. It's corporate.
A lot of corporate
sponsorships. Yeah. It's a lot of things like that.
I understand like the protective nature of it, though, from a NFL fan perspective. You know, like that kind of thing. It's not like the English Premier League plays their final in Spain.
No, I get it.
Right? Like that kind of thing. But even those things are way more connected. Like the NFL is playing games there. Right? It's not like they'd be going there and, well, we've never had it there. It would just be, we're doing the Super Bowl, and I'm with you, Demps. I think at some point, the NFL is going to say, look, we're going to do an international Super Bowl.
Yeah. Right.
Like,
that's my only point to this person is like, I don't necessarily disagree. I don't necessarily want the Super Bowl.
Sure, but I think it's coming.
I don't think not having teams permanently based there protects that from happening.
Think about, we were talking real briefly off air. Think about the Super Bowl in London. I mean, it'd be a massive
if your team went there, right, and you think, well, you know, maybe it's like the New York Super Bowl. Maybe it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and you would – I mean, you know, people spend crazy, absurd amounts of money to go see their team in the Super Bowl regardless.
You have to.
Yeah.
You know, you do. You're right. But people are willing to spend that.
Yep.
I think they would clamor to go to that game. They'd complain about it, especially if their team was not in it. And maybe even if their team was in it, but there'd be enough. Look, they'd make so much money off that game.
Oh.
And then they'd start shopping the Super Bowl all over the damn world.
Right.
You know, and they would. And because you can, at least with that, if you got a 2-week lead up after the championship games, you got that whole week to travel, get your logistics, and then you're locked in and wherever you are. Again, I'm not advocating for it.
Yeah. But it just seems like it's going to happen.
I think it will.
And everyone's having to do it now once a year.
Yeah.
Like it's not a novelty thing. Everyone's going to do it once a year.
Do you think there will be a Super Bowl played overseas in my lifetime? This is a test to see how long you think I'm going to make it, too, is part of the question here, Tommy. You do?
Yeah.
All right.
I think within 15 or less years.
Okay. So I got a range now.
No, I'm just saying that I think
right,
that
no, 15,
I'm not thinking your life. I'm thinking
okay. I don't know.
I wasn't thinking about your.
There are multiple factors here on this. You think within 15 years? I don't know.
Think about it. Like you're going to Australia.
I know.
Like you're going all over the world. Eventually, I can just see London being a massive hit for the NFL. Are you kidding me? Those tickets, it would just be insane. I'm not saying it would be great for,
right,
but it would be an unbelievable hit for the owners and the teams in it and the whole league. I mean, it would be.
But then again, is it not that now? Like
that's what. But why are they? Why go to Australia?
Right, now I got it. There's more money out there that they're not getting their hands into. I'm with you. All right, Tony Smith, why don't you tell us what's happening with the other teams in the NFL?
Now, Gems Around the NFL, brought to you by Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jax Beach.
Philadelphia offensive tackle Lane Johnson told the Philadelphia Inquirer on Thursday that he is planning on playing for the Eagles again in 2026, which will be his 14th NFL season, all of them with the Eagles. He has made 6 Pro Bowls. He's been selected as a second-team All-Pro 3 times, first-team All-Pro in 2017 and 2022. Cleveland guard Wyatt Teller, a 3-time Pro Bowler who is scheduled to become a free agent, said on social media that he will not be returning to the Browns. Dakota Jones, the former girlfriend of Kansas City wide receiver Rashee Rice, has filed a lawsuit against Rice alleging that he repeatedly assaulted her during an 18-month period of time from 2023 to 2025. The Chiefs have released a statement saying that they are aware of the lawsuit and that they remain in contact with the National Football League.
And I know this is a fantasy football thing, but there's a guy I know named Drew Davenport who's a lawyer, okay? And he is a, big fantasy football player, but he takes stories like this and really breaks down the legal perspective and the likelihood of guys getting suspended, past precedent in the NFL. And so if you're interested in that kind of thing, and obviously he only really does it for the offensive skill guys, right? But his conclusion was based on the timing of when this allegedly occurred, the conflicting statements she may have made, the fact that this is a civil case and not a criminal case against him. The NFL has been loath to suspend people who've been accused in civil court, but when if he's in his opinion, unless this gets adjudicated guilty by a jury, he doesn't think he's going to get any suspension out of this, at least not this year. And that's the thing. There are all kinds of factors that go into it. I'm not saying right or wrong.
No, right.
I'm just saying, he's an interesting follow. His name's Drew Davenport. It might be at Drew Davenport FF, something like that on social media. Buddy of mine, really, really smart and, blends a couple of his areas of expertise on that. Yesterday, state of Florida passed what's called the Teddy Bridgewater Act.
Yeah.
Right? Teddy was helping some kids out. He was coaching high school at Miami Northwestern and was giving kids rides and whatever, deemed to be impermissible benefits. He got suspended.
Right.
I guess he'll go make a few $100,000 as a backup in Tampa.
Right.
Then, here I am trying to be a high school football coach, trying to help my kids out because the budget is what the budget is. So yesterday, by unanimous decree, the state of Florida authorized coaches to contribute up to $15,000 per year from their own funds to benefit student athletes. How does that strike you?
Yeah. I like it. I'd have loved to have gotten paid in high school. It'd have been awesome.
Well, I don't know if they're giving them direct handouts, but like this to me is, what this screams to me? Pay your coaches better.
Yeah.
Why should your coach have to go into his pocket for $15,000 of his own damn money to provide some basic kind of stuff?
They're not giving them the money. It's got to come out of your own.
They're allowed to spend their own personal funds.
Oh, geez.
It's great.
Yeah, right.
How many high school coaches are making enough that they can just take $15,000 off the top?
Right.
Coach Denmark, what are you doing here? How good was that offer?
Yeah. They got to come up with something. There could be grants for that, right? State of Florida, figured,
Apparently not. Apparently now the rich coaches will have the opportunity
That's for the travel for the most part. Meals probably. Get fed if they need it.
Transportation, food and transportation costs. Yeah. Well, that's what Teddy was
doing, right?
Anyway, I don't know, man. It just like...
I thought it was coming from the state, not from wherever.
No, it's coming directly out of the coach's pocket.
That's weak.
It is weak, right? Why are you going to put that? And then now you're creating a whole new level of, I could go play for the school where the coach has got some money to splash around, and I'm going to get a little bit extra out of that, and you're going to continue to create the separation between the haves and the have-nots. You know?
Yeah.
I don't
setting
know.
up for that.
It feels like coaches are not paid enough money anyway, and then to say to them, go take some of the money that you're earning and provide some basics for some of these kids that if you're going to run a program, raise the money to have the program.
The way I understand it, the minimum stipend, I think, for high school coaches in the state of Florida is $3,000 to $6,000.
Jeez.
Right? Is potentially what they're getting for that. I think if they're teachers also at the place, there's maybe a bonus in there that can get them an extra something around $20,000 a year.
Okay.
Something like that. But you're working it out on everyone's in their own case. There's no solidified number for it. And by the way, it's why a bunch of coaches that we see in the state of Florida, they go to Georgia because they actually give him like a full-time job as the high school head coach.
Right.
Up in Georgia, they just don't handle it that way in the state of Florida. And so I get it that Teddy Bridgewater had an advantage because he's Teddy Bridgewater, so he can take care of all those things for those kids. So they can use that as a recruiting thing, but I'm not worried about the recruiting thing. If the kid needs a meal, let coach provide him a meal.
Right.
Like that's just the humane thing to do. Just don't get in the way if they're just trying to help a kid out. In a circumstance, but
I'm not opposed to
a
coach who wants to do that, but to put this onus on the coaches to dig into your own pocket to make sure any shortfalls are made up, that doesn't sit great with me.
Well, wasn't that the issue even with when you talk about like the Fab Five and the documentary that they had, and Jalen Rose was basically saying we were getting in trouble because we were high school kids accepting, $40 from a guy who was like a neighborhood guy saying like, hey, it's going to be cold in the next, couple of weeks. Buy yourself a jacket. Here's $40 or here's $20, get a pizza. And
I wouldn't
the
doubt
NCAA
it.
was cracking down on it.
I did not see the doc, so I can't say if it was the same thing, but that sounds like something at least in the same vein there. All right, let's come back. Connor Orr at SI.com did a piece on bold predictions for the offseason. Was the prediction for the Jaguars, and should they go down that road? We'll discuss that coming up next with Tom McManus in studio. This is Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today from the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. Every tackle, basket, and crack of the bat. Your radio home for play-by-play is 1010XL.
Hey, Googans, Hicken here, and I just want to once again give you this very simple reminder. Wear sunscreen. If you're outside a lot, bring the screen. Put some in your truck, on your boat, in your golf bag, whatever, wherever. Just use it, please. It's hot out there, and I just want you to protect yourself. I use it like it's cool because I think it is, but what's not cool, that's skin cancer. You don't want to deal with that. Go get yourself checked out. It could save your life. Go to beachesdermatology.com and schedule your appointment today. That's beachesdermatology.com.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
San Jose Collision in Mandarin is proud to be an iCard Gold Class collision repair facility. That means they meet the industry's highest training standards. Experience the difference at San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
This is the kind of sandwich you don't rush. French dip at Firehouse Subs. Premium roast beef loaded with caramelized onions, melted provolone cheese, and topped with Italian seasoning. Stacked on a toasted garlic bread roll with hot au jus for dipping. For a limited time at Firehouse Subs.
Basketball is back as Division I college hoops take center stage with the UNF Osprey. Osprey basketball returns to CSI Company's court at UNF Arena Thursday, February 26th against the Eagles from Florida Gulf Coast. It's a battle of the birds. Come support the Ospreys February 26th against Florida Gulf Coast. Tip-off at 7 o'clock. Get your tickets at UNFospreys.com/buy tickets now. UNFospreys.com/buy tickets now. Swoop!
Hey, it's Travis from Cannons of Jacks. When you need a trailer hitch, gooseneck, or RV towing options, call us at Cannons. We've been doing it for 55 years, and customer service is our #1 priority. Visit cannonsofjacks.com.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks, and if you think Closets by Design is just closets, you've got to see their brand new showroom at Phillips & Emerson. It's amazing what they can do. See for yourself how they custom design organization for any space. Garages, laundry rooms, bedrooms, even the man cave. It's all about smart storage that fits your lifestyle and budget. Schedule an appointment to meet with a design consultant and tour the showroom for ideas you can see and touch. Start at closetsbydesign.com.
Tara Lagaman for Local Fair Jacks. It's our go-to for local produce, eggs, and meat. You pick exactly what you want each week online, straight from local farmers. And knowing where your food comes from matters. Visit localfairjacks.com.
Are high-interest credit cards and other loans sucking the life out of your finances? It's time to say no more. Let Loan Pronto tap the equity on your home and get the cash you need now so you can pay it all off. Hey, it's Prosser here. Corey and Jack called Loan Pronto in a matter of days. They had $160,000. They kept their 3% mortgage intact. Didn't even need an appraisal. And with all that cash, they wiped out all their credit cards and 2 car loans, saving $2,000 a month. You can do it too. LoanPronto.com, the rapid equity loan program, can get you $100, $200, even $500,000 in cash. Chloe and Ethan just did it. Consolidated all their high-interest debt into one super low monthly payment, giving them an extra $1,000 a month. Imagine, pay off all the credit cards, slash your monthly payments, breathe easier. Get your life back. Interest rates are at 3-year lows. Call Loan Pronto today, 904-999-1500. That's 904-999-1500. Or go to loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the Monahan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
I don't know if there's a particular golden moment today other than the gang all being back together on this Friday, talking a little ball before the NFL scouting combine, free agency, the draft, and all the other rhythms of the offseason coming up. We do encourage you to vote in today's poll. Maybe that'll be your golden moment. Do you think the Jaguars will retain Devin Lloyd and or Travis Etienne in free agency? A, they'll keep Lloyd, lose Etienne. B, they'll keep Etienne, lose Lloyd. C, they'll keep both. Or D, they'll lose both. We'll weigh in before the hour is out on that one. Connor Orr over at SI.com. This is a bold predictions for every NFL team. I'll give you the bold predictions in the division first, okay? Yeah. Texans will sign 2 offensive linemen in free agency, giving the team some flexibility heading into the first round. I don't know if that's that bold, but I mean that's more like
they need it.
Something they need to get taken care of. Here's more of a bold one. I've seen this connection made a lot. The Colts will sign Trey Hendrickson. I don't want to see that.
I saw that. Yeah, no, I don't either.
But I see that quite a bit out there. So I guess it's bold to specifically
link him to them.
A guy who many feel is the top free agent.
I think there's a D-line coach from Cincy that's on Indy. There's a connection.
Lou Anarumo,
there you
I
go.
believe.
Yeah.
How the hell I pulled that
really
out of my head. I believe it's Lou Anarumo. Anarumo.
Nice job.
Lou. Got it.
I would have messed it up.
I could be wrong, but I think it's
no. It sounds about right.
Anyway, it does sound about right.
Yeah,
that's close enough for me, Tom. It sounds about right. Let him go. Tennessee, 2 of the top 5 edge rushers in free agency will end up in Nashville. Wow.
Oh, their money's going to talk.
They do have a lot of money.
Yeah.
They do have a lot of money. And Robert Saleh is a guy who, after his first year with the Jets, it wasn't Saleh's fault, man. That defense was humming.
Yeah.
Okay. Last 3 years in New York, he had a top 4 defense.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
First year was 32nd ranked. So let's hope that it takes a while to adjust in Nashville as well.
Yep.
Gus Bradley can help bring that down. The Robert Saleh era is underway. The one thing you need to realize the full potential of his defense is a hockey-style rotation of talented edge rushers. Wouldn't we all like to have that?
Yeah, no kidding.
Right? Let's shift change and let's bring in Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa and Odafe Owe. He's going to make some money.
Yeah, he is.
That guy is.
What do you think about like a Boye Mafe? What do you think about him?
I do like Boye Mafe. I think there's some untapped potential there with Boye Mafe. I've also heard that, it's all conjecture, but that he's going to get more money than you think he's going to get.
Right. Gonna be a higher
Who
price.
knows? He only had a couple of sacks,
right?
But he's got some pass
had a bunch
rush
in the past. Though.
He has had some. This
was a down year.
I think he is the kind of guy I would like this team to add, Tom, unless they're going real big game hunting.
Right.
And going to the Max Crosby lane and trying to swing a trade.
Right.
Then you've got the complications of what do you do with Trayvon Walker and all that, but what have you. But I think Boye Mafe is the guy who maybe he plays a little linebacker for you, but he is your, you walk him up to the edge on third down and you slide Trayvon inside. And he's not a full-time, 80% of the snaps kind of player.
How about Nwasu? You think the same with him, Uchenna?
Yeah. Look at us going deep on the names right now. Oh, okay. Well, it still works. Yeah, a guy like that, somebody like that who's not, like they're not going to be able to afford the Trey Hendrickson type, I don't believe. Not
unless you do something.
Unless you do something, right? Yeah. Now you trade for Crosby, maybe you sign him to an extension, lower the cap number, whatever. So anyway, here comes to this. Connor Orr at SI, bold prediction. The Jaguars will trade Brian Thomas Jr. Now, he's not the only one who's speculated on this, but this is his prediction. Here's what he said. Well, it would not seem likely, given that Travis Hunter is indeed not changing football forever and will be relegated mostly to defense in 2026. You assume that. And I understand why you assume that. We'll see how that plays out. Liam Cohen needs wide receivers suited specifically for his system. Trevor Lawrence preferred Parker Washington and got to have it situations a year ago, and his specificity may lead him to exploring options that make up for the draft capital Jacksonville lost on a Hunter deal. That's a lot of words in there to basically say that maybe Brian Thomas isn't the best fit. As Jamal St. Cyr yesterday pointed out, played less than 50% of the snaps in the Buffalo playoff game. What about, I saw a proposal at ESPN. They're putting together trade packages for Max Crosby. And one of them had George Pickens, who George Pickens is an emerging guy, right time, but he's also been a pain in the you-know-what.
For sure.
Pickens and the 20th pick in the draft this year, going from the Cowboys to the Raiders, they get Crosby and the 36th pick in the draft. So, like, I'm looking at it like, if we're going to try to get Max Crosby, we can't just send the next 5 years first rounders away. Would you give your first round pick in 2027 and Brian Thomas Jr. to get Max Crosby if you're the Jacksonville Jaguars? What do you think?
Yeah, I would. And I don't want to see Brian Thomas go because I want to see if he can turn it around in year 3. But Max Crosby's a difference maker on defense, and you don't have to deplete the defense to get him. You know what I mean? Maybe that first-round pick would be a defensive player, but
that's a year away.
Right?
Still.
You don't have to, worry about that.
And F them picks. Forget them.
So I would do that because he is that kind of player. And if you put him again without depleting, with Josh Hines, Allen, Trayvon here, I don't think they do anything on the inside other than maybe restructure those. It doesn't seem like there's anybody out there that's better than what we have right now. And then in the draft, I don't know either. Like, are they going to be available in that third round and beyond? That's going to make that kind of an impact. So, I would personally, if you could pull that off, I would make that trade for Max.
Tony, what about you?
I lean like just a whisker towards yes right now, but I'm not.
I'd love to sit in a conversation with them and know what they really feel about Brian Thomas.
Yeah.
Are they like, hey, BT will be fine. Here's where we started to see it click for him. And now that we've had him in the system for a year, if they feel that way about him, and you've got him on a pretty cost-controlled contract for the next 3 years.
Right. Like, it's hard to get out of my head that a year ago at this time, we were all assuming Brian Thomas Jr. was the best player on the roster.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? And I get what happened with him this year. And so you have to take all of those kind of things into account. But it's not, again, I think it takes something like that to even get me to consider moving off Brian Thomas Jr. It is something like that has to be involved. And whatever the trade process would be, Max Crosby is a great enough player that you have to stop. Right? Yeah. Like, that's one of those that you have to stop and really, do I really think that Brian Thomas Jr. is the player that I thought he was last offseason? If that's still in him, if I believe, like, if I do in my own head, I go through it and decide I think that's still in him, then no. Like, I'm not trading all that away to get Max Crosby in that situation.
With Max Crosby, Trevor Lawrence aside, quarterback, different category. Would Max Crosby be the best player on this roster if he got here? I think he would.
Yeah, he would.
He's
fantastic. I mean, come on, he's a total dominant difference maker. Run and pass. He's not just a one aspect. He's got it all, and he would
and
bring
almost
some
never
swag.
comes off the field, or at least he at least has that capability for you to play. I mean, he's played over 95% of the snaps the last several years.
Think adding that to that defense, that would just
I'm with you.
Be incredible.
Yeah, but you got to balance out what are you going to lose on that defense too. I'm not saying it's likely to happen. I just think it's
no, it's an interesting one to think about.
It's a chip that they have to play.
And it's the Pickens one is, I know why his name is in it, because Dallas, the stories around that have already been that they're willing to put the tag on him and trade him.
Yeah, right.
Right, like that's already been part of the story that's out there with Pickens right now. So if you're looking for, well, what could they do if they do trade Pickens? What will be coming back the other way? Well, we know Crosby's available.
Yep.
So why wouldn't you go to that kind of thing? And it makes sense from a Jaguars perspective to look at that deal and say, would you make that deal? right? With it being Brian Thomas Jr. as opposed to Pickens.
Well, if you switched Brian Thomas Jr. and we were giving up a first and we got back a second, I think we'd all do that deal.
Yeah,
That's what really caught my attention here. That is Pickens. Now, Pickens had a much better year, but again, he's been a pain in the butt diva, and now you got to pay him. You trade for Brian Thomas Jr., you don't have to pay him for a few years,
right?
If you choose to go that
maybe
route.
3. Yeah.
And is that worth the extra second-round pick to get the production that Pickens had last year? And is he going to continue to put that up when he's not in a contract year type situation?
That's a good question.
It's a good time to play all the hypotheticals, Tom. A lot of speculation, some fabrication, just the real deal.
The real deal,
the real
baby.
deal, baby.
Bring
All
it
right,
back.
let's come back and let's look at today's Chad and Sandy real estate question of the day: retaining Lloyd and or ETN in free agency, and we'll wrap it up for the week on Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today from the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Ace Carline here for Atlantic Infiniti, and yes, I'm still loving my new QX60. Right now, you can lease one or lock in just 1.9% financing for 60 months, and every new Infiniti comes with the Atlantic Infiniti Promise. That's over $7,000 in added value. That's one of many reasons why I bought mine there. No pressure, no games, just a great experience. Make your next ride an Infiniti from Atlantic Infiniti. Visit AtlanticInfiniti.com or the showroom near Atlantic and St. John's Bluff.
The toughest bulls, the bravest riders. For 8 seconds, it's all on the line. Glory or nothing. These are cowboys who face down danger, defy the odds, and push themselves beyond limits most wouldn't dare. This is their world, where legends are made on the backs of ranked bulls. It's bull time, Jacksonville. PBR Bucks into Five-Star Memorial Arena, February 20th and 21st. Get your tickets now at pbr.com/tickets.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Lowe, and this month I want to talk to you about welcoming the winds of change in your life. But so often, when we see the winds of change coming our way, our immediate response is to fight it. Friends, when you see things in your life changing, when the winds of change are coming your way, don't fight it, but embrace it. Recognize that God is stirring you up so that you too can soar like an eagle.
For more inspiration, log on to stjohnthedivine.com.
Mortgage rates have dropped. They're expected to move lower. Home sales momentum is building. So now's the time to get your home ready to maximize your sales price. It's time to call Chad and Sandy, the proven experts to sell your home. Maybe you have concerns about putting your home on the market and getting it sold. Well, let me alleviate those for you. There's a real quick solution. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold or they will buy it. Call 414-6200. or go to chadandsandy.com. You'll find out for yourself. Chad and Sandy, the local real estate experts I trust and recommend with the sale of your home or mine. Using their proprietary Market Max system, Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Anthony and Mary in Palmco said, we needed to sell our home to move closer to family, but low cash offers weren't cutting it. Since we'd only bought a year earlier, options felt limited, but not for Chad and Sandy. Call Chad and Sandy today, or log on to chadandsandy.com.
Ticket here for Action Garage Door. Nothing more frustrating than your garage door misfiring. When it does, I call Action Garage Door. They take action. Jeff and Art and crew, Jacksonville folks, not some big out-of-town chain. Something goes wrong with your garage door, take action. Check them out. Garage Door 911, garagedoor911.com.
Hi, I'm Hannah Oberholzer with Thrive Scholars, and thanks to the players, we're helping high-achieving, under-resourced students reach top colleges and achieve their full career potential. 18 days into the players.
For 25 years, Instant Keys has been the go-to locksmith service for car keys, transponders, and even high-tech smart locks. For honest, professional locksmith service,
Instant Keys comes to you. 1010XL, presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch. Number 55 in the middle, he's Tom McManus. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Superior products, exceptional service. On 1010XL.
All right, let's get to today's Chad and Sadie real estate question of the day. And you only get one because it's the question of the day.
That's right.
And today we asked you, what will the Jaguars do when it comes to Devin Lloyd and Travis Etienne? Retain both, lose both, keep one or the other. And those are your options basically in the poll. I'll give you my order of expectation, okay?
Okay.
For obviously, I'd like to keep them both. If I could keep one, I'd like to keep Devin Lloyd if I had my choice. Now, financially, it might not work that way. I think lose both would get my first vote. Keep Etienne, lose Lloyd would get my second. Keep Lloyd, lose Etienne would be my third. And in terms of expectation, not what I want.
Okay.
And then I just don't expect they'll be able to keep both. And again, I'd prioritize Lloyd over Etienne. I understand the finances wouldn't go the same way, but right now, as of today, I'll go with the slim minority. 48% said they're going to lose both. So that means, 52% think they're going to keep at least one of those guys. As of today, I'm on the pessimistic side of that. Tony, what about you?
Look, I voted with this when we did our top 5 this week, Tommy. Last Friday we talked about the 5 seats on the plane.
Yeah, right.
We did it as our top 5 this week.
Okay.
And one of the rules in there was you can put whoever on there, but you have to expect him to be here in 2026. I had Etienne at number 3 on my list.
Mm-hmm.
That's my vote for. I think Etienne's going to be back. I don't think Lloyd will be. So I would do the same order as you, Demps, just flipping those two.
Okay, so
Right.
keep Etienne and then lose both would be second option for you. Okay, keep Etienne is currently second, getting 22.5% of the vote. Tommy, how about yourself?
Yeah, I think they're going to lose both. I don't want them to, obviously, and I would pick Lloyd, keep him on defense and even use him even more. But from what we're hearing, there's not a lot of money. It's
Not
hard
a lot
to
of money,
afford. You got to move a lot of things around.
Right. I mean, you
get
could
it done.
probably
I'm
do
sure you
it.
could. You
Right.
probably could figure it out, but I don't know. I feel like they both deserve the money. They both deserve whatever they can get out there. I mean, it's going to end one day, and you gotta, if you can get that security at any time in your career, you do it. So I hope they get whatever they want and as much as they can. But I don't know, with the way you keep hearing they're up, how bad they are up against the cap. They got more stuff to do. Can you figure it out without Lloyd? I think you can. Can you figure it out with Etienne? I think you can on that side too. So I think they're not what I want, but my expectation is they both won't be here.
What if Liam Cohen could add $15,000 of his own personal money to try to entice Devin Lloyd to stay here? Sandwiches! Until the money runs out. All the sandwiches you want
Whatever
there.
you want.
RJ, how would you vote in this one today?
Well, my thing is you give Lloyd half of what he's asking for, and the rest you put into like this offshore account that he gets.
Crowdfund it, maybe.
Yes, like we see what Kawhi Leonard's doing with the Los Angeles Clippers. But I mean, to be honest, I think that you probably keep Etienne, lose Lloyd. I would love to have Devin Lloyd stay here for a while. I know that there have been reports that it was public at the Pro Bowl that he said he does want to be back with the team. Is there a number that he would say I could make that work with you guys? Hopefully. We don't know. We're not in those meetings, but I say that, you keep Etienne and you're probably losing out on Lloyd.
All right, so split vote on this one. 48% say that the Jags are likely to lose both. 22.5% say they'll be able to keep Etienne but lose Lloyd. 17% say they'll keep Lloyd but lose Etienne, and 12.3%, God bless you, think they're going to keep both of those free agents. Who knows? Maybe they will.
Yeah.
You know what? We've
great
been
if they could figure it
surprised
out.
already by this regime. All right. With that, no surprise, XL Primetime is coming up next.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Big Sirs in the house.
What up,
Leon?
gentlemen? How you doing?
What up, sir?
T-Mac, what's good?
Big man, you
got it.
Look at the build. Jeez, you've been lifting.
This guy.
And I have been lifting.
I can tell.
I have been.
Feels good, doesn't it?
It does. It
Yeah,
really
man.
does, you know.
I know.
Feel like you earned that day.
Right on.
When you get it done.
Shirts
so-
look good, too.
I don't know. Did you see the Teddy Bridgewater rule?
I
Leon?
did. I
So-
did.
So if your high school coach would have been allowed to spend $15,000 personally on you, would you have called that a pay cut back in
Personally on me? First of all, only played 1 year of high school football, so I'm sure he wouldn't spend 15 grand on me. I was on the low part of the totem pole.
Well, you know what? You've certainly climbed up that
I
hole.
did, absolutely.
Very well, quite frankly. So, what's on the agenda for prime time today?
Well, we're going to talk draft picks and combine, and we got Dooley coming on at 1:15.
Oh, Patrick.
All right.
Say hello to Patrick for
I
us.
will, shout out.
All right, there you go.
You got it, baby.
Leon, have a great show and a great weekend as well. We're going drafty on it early next week, Tony, as we lead into the NFL Scouting Combine. Regardless of whether or not Liam Cohen and James Gladstone are going to be there, there are going to be stories coming out of that and draft stocks being locked in a little bit tighter. So Eric Edholm, Josh Edwards, Matt Miller, Tony Pauline, all in the mix for early next week as we march towards
Strong.
the Scouting Combine. Not as strong as Tommy.
Tommy on
Mack.
Friday.
He'll flex on you
Come
over here.
on.
All right, Tom, again, condolences to you and
Thank
your
you.
family
Thanks a lot.
for the loss of your mom. And again, she's with your dad now.
You know it.
So
That's
you know,
right, man. Having fun at the 19th hole.
Beautiful thing,
That's
man.
right.
All right, for Tom McManus, for Tony Smith, for RJ Saunders, I'm Mike Dempsey. Thank you for listening all week long. Thanks to all our guests and co-hosts all week as well. We'll talk to you Monday once again with more Jaguars Today here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.